Bulletcast for life.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the number 33 Sports Recreational Podcast, but yet again, we are the only sports recreational podcast that is simply just too sweet. I am the Podfather, Philip Antoine, and I'm joined by the ever-so-loving Canadian Destroyer, Brandon. How's it going there, guy?
Going great. No days off. Even when Portugal has a game today and Ronaldo carries everybody on his back and leads them to a beautiful tie. Yes, it's soccer, so ties happen. But it was one of the greatest soccer games ever seen. It was beautiful.
Nice. I played a game that good back in my day. Alright, moving on. Let's get into this performance-enhancing audio. Bulletcast episode 72. Here comes the money. Some big stakes this weekend. Alright, outside of the ring, Glow, the popular series on Netflix, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, returns on June 29th. I'll watch it. I enjoyed the first season. We had like Chavo Guerrero, Karma, John Morrison. It was good stuff.
And Alex Riley. Don't forget Alex
You
Riley.
can't forget A-Rod, my boy, and Joey Ryan, Mr. Monopoly. Some good stuff. I can't wait to see it again.
Hopefully Mitchell sees it, because I remember last year we were bullying him into watching it. I don't think he ever did. Or was that Sean? Was it him or Sean?
It was Mitchell.
Okay, just making sure, because we were supposed to do a review of the season, and he just never watched it, so it just never happened.
Our plans are just falling through. Damn it, Mitchell. All right. Rowdy Ronda Rousey will be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame, becoming the first woman to be inducted into their Hall of Fame on July 5th.
Much deserved. I think this kind of cements she's never going back to UFC to fight ever again. She is in the Hall of Fame. She's young. Maybe one day she might go back, but I don't think she will. Maybe there's rumors speculating that maybe she's only going to be with WWE for a short while because she wants to go off and have kids. So
She wants to have kids.
So good for her.
She wants some kids. All right. My boy, CM Punk. He lost his second UFC fight. This time it was by decision to Mike Jackson.
I listened to your recap on it on the Bulletcast.
I did do a recap
One of the
it.
many other podcasts we have on the show, just like Under the Radar, episode 3. I don't know if you've uploaded yet.
It's there.
Okay, good.
You gotta check, man. I upload at random points in the day.
Anyways, you were very easy on CM Punk.
I was very easy on Punk.
He looked like hot garbage in there. It was terrible. He looked atrocious. He was laying on his back, punching from the ground, which I've never really seen that happen before. He could have
seen that, really?
He could have easily gotten out of Mike Jackson's guard, and he could have stood the game up. And Mike Jackson, if he wanted to finish it, he could have finished it, but he was just dilly-dallying around, probably wanted some more TV time, and Dana White buried him after the show. CM Punk never fight in the UFC again. Maybe Bellator. Maybe on the indie scene. But he tried.
Punk did try. You got some heart there, my guy. That's all that matters. All right. Then Corey Graves goes on a Twitter rant about CM Punk. Really just burying the guy on Twitter. Thoughts on this?
I think it was... I don't know if it's character revealing
Is this
of
is
Corey
this,
Graves. It's not a good look for Corey.
Is this another work like Booker T?
I don't think this... Well, I don't know if it's a work. We all thought the other one was a shoot, but apparently it was a work. And maybe they just worked themselves into a shoot. But anyways, I don't think this is a good look for Corey Graves after everyone's like complimenting CM Punk, saying, he showed heart and following your dreams and all that stuff. And then he just comes out of the blue and just slams him randomly on Twitter. Like, this happened, 3 years after he left WWE, and he just decides now to air his grievances. And if he wants to say, oh, this is, private and it's not company business, so don't worry, Vince and Triple H. Like, you could have just DM'd him or texted him or, left him a voicemail if he doesn't want to respond to you. You don't have to put it out on Twitter for the whole world to see, Corey.
Did he have one too many? Was that the case here? I don't know. Corey Graves, I enjoy his commentary. To go after the guy after a loss like that, it's like, come on, really? Really? Like, Corey, are you going to step in the octagon? No. Like, come on, my guy.
I don't think it has anything to do with him fighting in the UFC. Or I think it was just a punk. He called it, not punk rock of what CM Punk did. I think it was a punk move of what Corey Graves did. Just saying.
It was. It wasn't good. Gotta shape up there, my guy.
It was just random.
We need some wrestlers court. That's what we need, man.
And he didn't even like call him out by name. He just said it subliminally, but we all know who he's talking about. Like, put your name on it. Call him out.
At him.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. All right. New Japan announces some matches for the Cow Palace.
Yes. Well, are you gonna say him?
I mean, you're the big New Japan guy here.
So we have a U.S. title match between Jay White and Juice Robinson.
Don't care.
Juice Robinson pinned Jay White at Dominion. And then we have a tag team match between Kazuchika Okada and Will Ospreay going up against Naito and, was it Desperado?
I said
Come on, you don't know this?
You're the New Japan guy? There's only one match I care about that's happening at this G1 special. Cody Kenny 2. We all know where I'm going with this. We all know
where I'm going with this.
We all know where I'm going with this. I mean, Cody Kenny won. There was a lot of story there. You know, Brandy and Cody dressing like real golden lovers. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Rhodes. Throw the title on my boy Cody. I mean, Cody's just he's on another level, man. I mean, becoming a big draw, putting on the most anticipated indie show ever. I mean, just throw some more icing on the cake, man. Put the cherry on top. But I know the way wrestling works. You know, Kenny just got the title. He's been chasing it for a long time. So it's really not going to happen.
I mean,
terrible booking by New Japan, by the way.
I don't think Kenny's gonna lose the title. This isn't the first time we saw it at WrestleMania weekend in ROH. So I'm excited to see it. It'll be fun. But it's not like the first match where I was really excited to see. I assume they're going to do some stuff on Being the Elite to build it up a little bit more, to make me probably more intrigued to watch the match. They're going to have some storylines and stuff like that. The matches they threw out there, I mean, I don't know if I would say underwhelming, but I would just say it's like, you know, it's not a Dominion card. It's probably comparable to what they did last year in Long Beach and what they did earlier a couple months ago. They don't have a big tournament. I don't know if they'll have a match better than what Ishii and Kenny did in the finals or the semifinals.
Semifinals. I did watch that. That match was great. Was interesting.
I mean, I think Kenny and Cody probably might be the best match of the show unless they throw another match I remembered. I finally remembered what the last match was. It was a rematch of Dominion, the Young Bucks versus Evil and Sonata. That was the other one. So, anyways, I think that would be a really good match too.
Oh, I got to see the Young Bucks. It's gonna be amazing.
But there probably will be a light heavyweight or junior heavyweight championship match announced after Takahashi defends his championship against Desperado, I think.
Yeah.
So they're probably gonna have a match with that. I don't know who it would be, but it should be fun.
So Dominion, thoughts, comments, concerns, questions?
It was a great show with a great match, one of the greatest matches of all time. If you want to hear my full comments, you can go to Underrated episode 3.
I don't know about all that. You know, Meltzer just really
7 stars.
Booking your
7 stars.
Again, my guy, like
7.
Well, the first one got 6. The second one got what, like 6.45,
6.5,
and then the third one got like 5.5, and then now you're going 7. Come on, my guy, you're just rating yourself into a corner, my guy. Like, I mean, does his opinion really matter?
I do think he kind of has put himself over by doing these star ratings. Like, okay, could you just do like 5? Like, just do 5 stars. Once you break the rating system, then like you like put yourself into a corner to like once there's a fantastic match, like you have to say it's 6 stars and then blah blah blah.
He said it's the greatest wrestling match of all time. I mean, nah.
I still think the first match was the best out of the 4. But shout out to Okada, the best title reign I've ever seen in my entire life. I know everyone loves CM Punk, and he had his 434.
San Martino.
He had his, but in ring, all the title defenses except for maybe the one he had with Fale, every single match was 4+ stars. Every single match was great. He told many different stories. Sometimes he was the heel, sometimes he was the babyface, and every single match delivered. I mean, phenomenal title reign by Okada. I said last year he should have been the male wrestler of the year. He definitely should have been. I don't know what they were thinking. You know, you hold the title throughout the entire year. You put on great matches. He had one of the greatest 3-match series of all time. And once again, just because he's over in New Japan, he doesn't get the love he deserves.
I mean,
on this podcast.
Just because these matches happen in New Japan, that's why they're getting all these breaking star ratings and type deals like that, man. I mean, come on, really? I mean, I was listening to In This Corner, the CBS Sports Pod with Brian Campbell and Nick Costos and all those guys, and they're saying this has Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 7 undertones. It has the story from, like, the emotion from, like, Flair and HBK from Mania 24, the unbelievable spectacle of Taker and Michaels from Mania 25. I mean, the match was good.
The match was great.
I wasn't on the edge of my seat like, oh my god! I wasn't doing any of that. I watched, I'm like, alright, okay. Well done, congratulations Kenny, you got the job done. Nice. I mean, I think I was more excited for Jericho winning the IWGP Intercontinental title than this. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I'll be honest.
Jericho winning was more shocking. I'll give you that. Let's just say good thing the title wasn't on the line because I basically got damn near every single pick wrong except for the junior heavyweight title match. Yeah. But I digress on that. The Jericho match, it was fun. It was a brawl. It's something completely different than what we've seen in New Japan. He's just turning up to be a heel. He's gotten a little chunky. He's crazy dad Jericho.
Yeah. Speaking of Chris Jericho, he had an interview with Inside the Ropes, and he lets us know where his loyalties lie. I'm going to read this quote for you guys. I got asked to do Long Beach. I said no. I got asked to do the Cow Palace. I said no. I got asked to do All In. I said no. I don't want to do that. You should see how many indie promoters have contacted me. I'm not going to work anywhere else unless you pay me 6 effing figures. I'm not bragging, but this is where we're at. It's very calculated. Everything I do has to be very smart. And like I said, I always felt like the unwritten rule was I don't want to go into the States. I feel like that'd be a real slap in the face to Vince. All in, I'd love to be a part of that, but A, it's in Chicago, and B, I can't at the risk of sounding like an a-hole. I can't lower my value by working all these shows. It's picking my spots with the right guys and the right places. Chris Jericho. Thoughts on that?
I mean, I talked about it a little bit on my podcast yesterday. If you want to go listen to that, go right ahead.
I respect the man for it. I respect it, you know. He doesn't want to diminish his value.
But selfishly, I want his ass at the Cow Palace.
I mean, I'd love to see it too. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't want to disrespect Vince, and I respect that, you know. I respect that. It's good stuff. All right. Also outside of the ring, it's been announced Adam Cole, Bay will be defending the NXT North American Championship against Walter at Evolve 107.
My boy.
That's gonna be very interesting. You know, this is Hunter expanding. You know, doing cross promotional stuff.
I'm a big fan of Walter. After his match with PCO at was it Joey Janela's Spring Break?
Yeah,
one of the many thousands of matches that happened during WrestleMania weekend.
Oh my god!
I was blown away by that match. It should have had no right to be that good. And I looked at other stuff he's done, and he's great. He's a big, tall, fat guy, and he can work.
He's a big. Oh my god, that's nice. All right, this is day in wrestling. Vince McMahon sells Monday Night Raw to Donald Trump in 2009. I remember this.
Happy birthday, Donald Trump. 72.
No.
Okay, not happy birthday. It's his birth. It was his birthday yesterday.
Okay.
That better?
Still no.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this was when Raw was commercial free for one of 2 times ever in the show's history. I remember this. Raw was commercial free. I enjoyed it. But then what transpired later on? All right. What is the most underrated Money in the Bank cash in of all time? We've seen so many great ones, man. Edge's first one. Obviously, Rollins, Mania. You were there. Ziggler's, the roof almost was blown off with the eruption from that pop. What's the most underrated one, man?
You know, I think the most underrated one is one that's not even successful. I'd go with John Cena's cash-in. Raw 1000 against CM Punk. They put on a really good match. It told a good story, and then it led to CM Punk turning heel, and it dropped down the seeds of CM Punk versus The Rock at the Royal Rumble. You know, it's not exhilarating. It's not like Dolph Ziggler or Seth Rollins cash-in. I hate Randy Orton's cash-in. I'm never going to acknowledge that cash-in ever.
I mean, underrated. Could I go Sheamus? But I'm not going to. Actually, when you said never wasn't successful, I thought you were going to say like Damian Sandow or something like that.
Baron Corbin.
Oh, shout out Baron Corbin. Nice little cut.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. I'm going to just say it out there. CM Punk, the second cash-in. Extreme Rules 2009. Jeff Hardy goes through a grueling, I think it was TLC match with Edge, becomes world champion. This really, after Punk cashed in, won the world title, this set up the true straight edge character that Punk would become. The cult-like leader, the Jesus-looking figure that he became. And I enjoyed the Straight Edge Society. I enjoyed their whole run. This cash-in led to all that stuff. So it was good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw. Let's get into a recap. There's a lot of stuff on the script, but we're gonna try to hit the main points. So Raw opens up with all these wrestlers on ladders.
I want to see I want to hear your thoughts. I really wanted to hear Mitchell's thoughts on this because we disagree so much about stuff like this. So I want to hear your thoughts.
When Raw came on, I'm like, what is that? Like, why are all these people together? I mean, like, having the intergender competitors or whatever, like, I was like, oh, okay, but like all of them on ladders, like, that's really corny. I mean, didn't we do like something like this a couple years ago? Like, come on, guys. Shout out to Alexa Bliss. She stole the segment. Shout out to Alexa.
This match, this segment
was not good.
Was hot garbage.
It was not good.
It was corny as all hell. They're like, you want these badass superstars to be like good little boys and girls and all form in a circle so we can read story time and get on your little ladders and we all talk, we all say our lines, we all yell at each other and everything's all cute and cuddly. It was so stupid. Like, I saw the Instagram picture of them all together before I started watching Raw. I was like, what the hell is this? This was a terrible start to the segment.
Acting like the Real Housewives of WWE up in there. Shout out Alexa.
I bet you the writers popped huge for that line in the creative room, and I was that like a fart in church.
Does this have Michael P.S. Hayes written all over it? I think it does.
I mean, I think it would have been funnier if you said like Real Housewives of Atlanta, but no, they had to say WWE. Always had to put it all together. Like, really?
Yeah.
Can we talk about something else? This was terrible.
I don't know. Anyway, so we move into it was a really good fatal 4-way. Natalya, she goes on to defeat Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Little Miss Bliss. I really enjoyed this match.
Yes, this match was great.
It was very good.
We went from whatever
7 stars.
I don't know about that. So I say solid 3.5, 3.75.
I thought we're just throwing stars out there now.
Well, I mean, only when it's New Japan.
Okay.
Only when it's New Japan.
No, but seriously, I mean, this match was very good. I really enjoyed it.
Better than the men's match, I'll say it.
Yeah, no, it was. A lot of false finishes. I was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It was good stuff.
And the suicide dive from Ember Moon to Sasha Banks, and Sasha Banks, like, breaking her back. Very safe bump, by the way. Like, it was just legit. She, like, just backed into the barricade. It didn't look like she fell on her head like almost when she went on the top rope and then tripped and fell. I don't know what the hell she was trying to do there. But they went from a botch to one of the best suicide dives I've seen a woman take in God knows how long.
I know, that was all very, very well done. I enjoyed every minute of it. All right, Dolph Ziggler and Drew Galloway, McIntyre, whatever you want to call him. Gallagher? Oh, yes. Ziggler and McIntyre, they're going to defeat the Fashion Police.
Getting their heat back for after losing the Battle Royal. Simple stuff. I just don't know what they're doing with them. They're just kind of a tag team. And if you don't want them to be tag team champions, like, can't they just be two singles guys doing their own thing? And when push comes to shove, like, they might tag up and be together when they need to?
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Can we get Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, please?
Oh, let's make it happen, dude. Let's do it.
Come on.
Just do it. All right, the big dog, Roman Reigns, defeats Sunil Singh. We're really moving that story along with him and Jinder.
They teased the Great Khali return. Didn't happen. So disappointed about that.
I hate the Great Khali. He's a terrible wrestler. He disgusts me.
I'm not a fan of advertising stuff that you know you're not going to deliver on, even though it is a match nobody wanted to see anyways. But I'm not a big fan of that. They did a little bit a couple weeks ago with Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan. They still kind of delivered on it, but then doing this, a blatant bait and switch, and then they have Jinder Mahal do the whole big build-up of the putting in Sunil Singh, and like everyone saw that coming from a mile away.
Terrible. All right, the B team goes on to defeat Slater and Rhino.
Good
Congratulations to the B team.
And then Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy come out. Bray Hardy and Matt Wyatt.
The deleters of worlds.
And I thought they turned heel here. Like, they were like really mean to the B team.
I know,
like what are they doing here?
Like, you can't be mean to these guys. Like, Axel, son of a legend. Dallas, son of a legend.
I feel like they can be doing so much more with this feud. Like, you can have them do a final deletion type segment with them, because the B team are like great comedy heels that the deleter of worlds, that whatever they're being called, can.
Yeah. I feel like IRS would pop up in that.
I feel like you can do so much with this. Like, they're not going to have a great match in the ring. If you put them and do the Hardy compound thing, I think you can have so much fun with it. Because Bray, have Bray and Bo interact and have something with that. And I think you can have something really great, but I think they're shying away from actually doing Matt Hardy things.
I don't know, man. Give Matt Hardy some creative control. Let him shoot some, not vignettes, but some segments that run over the course of a couple weeks.
All they do is like talk in front of a black screen now. That's all they do.
Wonderful ass. All right, Seth freaking Rollins curb stomps Elias's guitar.
I don't know if Elias got in touch with Jimmy Hart's spray painter or whatever.
That guitar that was very fashionable. I did enjoy that.
Very 90s boardwalk, amusement park type style there. And Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins, most popular guy in the company. He can't do no wrong. He curb stomp a guitar and everyone loved it.
Exactly. Wonderful. Very, very nice. All right, Ruby Riott goes on to defeat Bayley.
No one got hurt. That's as much as I can ask.
Right on. Rowdy Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax have a segment building up to their Women's Championship match this Sunday, and Rousey got her to tap out.
Poor Ronda. She was a great submission artist back in the UFC, and for some reason now that she's been to WWE, I know it's been a couple years since she had her last fight. Her armbar just isn't the same anymore. Stephanie McMahon's getting out of it. And by the way, you didn't even talk about it in the news. Stephanie McMahon going undercover this week today.
Undercover Boss today. I love that show. Bosses of major corporations, they go under.
Stephanie McMahon ain't fooling nobody with that.
She's not.
But then your boy Rosenberg was like, "Oh, with that accent, I couldn't even tell." I'm like, "Shut up, Rosenberg. You know that was her."
Hey! Shout out my boy Peter. Give me a job on Hot 97 if you ever want to. I'm just saying. All right, but going back to this whole thing, I
still don't know who to cheer for.
Yeah, I would have preferred the tap out at Money in the Bank.
Maybe that means something's happening.
Yeah, I would prefer the tap out at Money in the Bank. That's all I can say to that.
Maybe you can get both.
It's a possibility, you know. All right, Sami Zayn's obstacle course for my boy Bobby Lashley.
Shout out Bobby Lashley annihilating that course.
Oh man, he looked amazing.
Sign him up for the Broken Skull Challenge.
Dude, sign him up for American Ninja Warrior.
I don't know why they haven't done a WWE version of that show yet.
I know. I thought Vince or somebody would have been all over that by now.
Come on, have Stone Cold at the Broken Skull Ranch and they do all the stuff together. I know it's a very hard, and I don't know if they want shoot fighting between the wrestlers and have Braun goes up there and just loses and gets kicked out in the first round. But anyways, you can put some mid-carders out there and have some fun.
Yeah.
Or put Roman out there and Roman destroys everybody because you gotta make Roman look good.
You gotta make him look strong. All right.
But we all know CrossFit Jesus would win the whole thing.
Oh man, shout out my boy Seth. The obstacle course, very, very interesting segment. I saw photos of it and I'm like, what is this structure? What are they doing? And then Sammy, he doesn't even do the course. He just assaults Bobby Lashley. Building up to that amazing match at Money in the Bank.
Yep. A match that, honestly, if this was a regular brand pay-per-view, I'd be fine with. But since it's co-branded, you don't need this on the show.
You don't.
Have this as a Raw main event. You could add this as a Raw main event this week.
You see, this is what I'm talking about, man. All single branded pay-per-views. You get all your people on the show, and when we go back to the Big Four or Big Five, not a lot has to happen.
Anywho.
Alright, the main event, Braun Strowman goes on to defeat Bobby Roode, KO, and Finn Balor.
Yeah, so throughout the show, Kevin Owens was trying to plot with Strowman or Roode and Finn Balor to gang up on poor old Braun Strowman. And good for KO. I need to know who Kevin Owens' counselor or psychiatrist is because he got over his fear of heights real quick. Within 1 week, he couldn't even go up 4 rungs, then all of a sudden he's jumping off the top of the ladder doing frog splashes and whatever the hell he was doing on Braun. So kudos to Kevin Owens for getting over his fear of heights, but for real, really, you're gonna have him sell the height and then the next week just ignore it? Come on, it's simple like that. That's the first thing I thought of once Kevin Owens was going off the top. He couldn't even have Finn do the jump.
I don't know.
Or not even have. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what's happening. They got a lot of money. They're not worried about what's going on. All right, SmackDown recap. The women's segment opens up the show. It was stuff. I'm gonna move on from that. Daniel Bryan goes on to defeat Shelton Benjamin. Good match.
Good match. They're on their way to something special if they gave him an extra couple more minutes, but no need to have anything here. I mean, 3 first-time ever matches as they advertised on the show. I felt like you could have cut one of them out just to save it for later. Just having all these have these matches be throwaways with a commercial in the middle, and
Yeah.
I think this probably was the best match out of the 3. Told a nice story, setting up possibly Daniel Bryan having some sort of knee injury, and Big Cass takes advantage of it.
Possibility. All right, AJ Styles, he cuts a promo and that they're doing that throwback type setting, as we said last week, kind of like the Mean Gene Okerlund.
King's Court. We had a King's Court this week.
Yeah, we had a King's Court, kind of like the Mean Gene Okerlund scenery when he used to do interviews back in the day. Styles, he just said, he's what he's been saying for weeks. He's going to retain the title. He's going to be the last man standing because he's the phenomenal AJ Styles.
The promo itself was all right. It wasn't very good, to be honest, but I mean the verbiage he said was a little corny. Felt like it could have been a little better. Jerry Lawler is phenomenal. If you put Jerry Lawler in like one segment a week, he can be great. He can be an asset to the show just because if he's focused on that specific thing and trying to get the person over, he can be great. If you put him on commentary, have him do all these different things, he's probably not going to be as great. But Jerry Lawler, one of the greatest talkers of all time, one of the most underrated wrestlers ever, in my opinion.
The king of Memphis, guys. Him and Kaufman. What a great story. We should talk about that one day on the pod. All right. Rusev defeats Samoa Joe, while The Miz was the special guest referee.
Yeah, they did a backstage segment where Paige was walking in the back and Miz was pretending to be a referee, and then he said he wanted to be the referee, and then Paige said no, and then they talked a little bit more, and then in the end Paige gave it to him even though she said she wasn't going to give what he wanted. That's exactly what Miz wanted. Once again, stupid storytelling. Didn't make any sense. I don't know if...
What's the name of that new movie? Rough Referee?
Rough Referee. I don't know if Paige messed up or if that's just how it was supposed to be delivered, but it was dumb.
I feel like that's how it was supposed to be delivered.
And in the end, one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, maybe even worse than the opening segment for Raw, Miz scales the ladder, gets the briefcase, and for some reason New Day knew that Miz was going to get the briefcase, so they put pancakes in it and took the contract out, even though nobody actually opens up the briefcase. They only take it down because even if you open it and the contract's in there, it's not going to be void. It's not going to be good until it starts, and
Should we show them our contract? Yeah, I mean, the pancakes...
And Miz was so over the top in his acting of New Day, and like it was like some telenovela like for kids, like so overacted.
It was a Degrassi type moment.
Shout out Drake.
Oh, shout out Drake! That new "I'm Upset" Degrassi themed music video, fire, just fire.
Song's kind of trash, but the music video was fun.
The music video was fun.
Jay and Silent Bob always a good time.
I had some nostalgia from my youth. All right.
Never seen Degrassi though, so don't really care, but it was fun.
Bro,
I'm all about Jay and Silent Bob.
Degrassi changed my life.
I'm more of a iCarly. Shout out iCarly, Zoe 101. Don't hate.
I mean, I love Zoe 101 too. One of the greatest kids.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Zoe 101, one of the greatest kid themes of all time.
She didn't get pregnant. I mean,
she was already pregnant. The show had already ended.
No, it was ended because she got pregnant
No,
twice. She
no.
got pregnant twice.
Okay.
She got pregnant the first time to mess it up.
That's
She came back and then she got pregnant again.
That's a conversation for a completely different podcast.
Like Brittany, come on, talk to Jamie Lynn.
Oh my god.
We're going off the rails.
We really are. Jesus.
Rein it back in.
All right. Jeffrey Nero Hardy defeats Shinsuke Nakamura via disqualification.
Of course. Nakamura low blowing more people. That's what he does.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nakamura just doing what he's doing, trying to. I guess this is building momentum towards him and AJ at Money in the Bank. It's like the 5th time we've seen it in WWE. It's gonna be interesting. Big Cass has a promo.
He did have a promo. As a short person, I take much offense to these promos Big Cass has been doing. I can ride all the rides at the amusement park, Cass. All right, don't hate.
He was like, "I'm here. This is Daniel Bryan."
All right, me and Daniel are the same height. I can ride all the amusement rides. I'm
kinda
too
thought
tall for some of them too.
I kind of thought it was just funny, man. I was like, really? They got that giant thing from an amusement park. Really?
The county fair.
The county fair or whatever. Like, come on, that's just... I chuckled. I was like, Alright, well, after all that, Charlotte, Naomi, Asuka, and Becky Lynch, along with Lana, for some reason, defeat the Iconics.
Because Lana's in the Money in the Bank match.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you went over the opening segment, all the people who were in the Money in the Bank were in there. They were all talking, being a little catty. Except for Becky Lynch, because my girl's always great. And then the Iconics come out, and then Carmella comes out, and blah, 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 and then there we go.
I forget. Anyway, they defeat Carmella, but she's still money. The Iconics and Absolution.
The biggest women's tag team match in SmackDown live history.
Ever! Man, it was amazing.
Oh, yeah!
Anyway, yeah, so that happens. Asuka taps out Carmella.
Sort of like the Ronda Rousey Nia Jax thing. Are they giving away the finish because that's what's going to happen, or are they giving it to you because they're going to do the 50-50 booking?
Are they gonna swerve us?
Is somebody making their return and going to cost Asuka the entire thing?
Ooh. I don't know. Well, that was the recap of Raw and SmackDown. Let's predict what's going on this weekend. Before we get to Money in the Bank, we have to get to NXT TakeOver Chicago. Are you ready?
I've been ready.
You been ready?
You listen to my other Under the Radar podcast. I've been talking about all the different NXT TV shows the past couple of weeks. I've been ready. First time I watched NXT television in months.
Man, that was me the other day. All right. The NXT Tag Team Championships, the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. They are defending them against Oney Larkin and Danny Burch. Undisputed Era.
Yes, I will go with Undisputed Era as well. The match itself has not been hyped. It's probably the least hyped out of all of them. But it might surprise people about how good it is. It's not going to have the storyline backing behind it like Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, or, of course, Gargano Ciampa. But I think they'll turn out a good match. I assume it'll be the opener. Get them fired up. Won't steal the show. But it'll be decent.
Has some Chang foolery from Adam Cole and Baby.
Who's not on the show.
He wrestled in 2 matches the last one. You gotta give him some time. But then again, I feel like if Adam Cole had it his way, he would probably have a match on this card. All right, moving along, the NXT Women's Championship. Baszler going up against Nikki Cross. I got the champ retaining.
They've been telling a nice story with Nikki Cross stealing Shayna Baszler's championship. Shayna Baszler kind of selling for Nikki Cross a little bit. I think Nikki Cross has been over as a babyface. Don't know what the hell Sanity's doing. Was Nikki Cross supposed to be with Sanity? Are they waiting to debut everyone together? So Nikki Cross is going to go up with them, so she's going to do the job and go out. I'm going to go with Nikki Cross for the W. Or
really?
Vicky Cross, as one Sean Stewart might call it.
Shout out Stewart, we miss you, my guy. All right, next up, I think might be the match of the show, possibly. Or one of the matches of the show. A nice Steamboat Savage slot. The Velveteen Dream is going up against King Ricochet. They've told an amazing story. Everybody in the wrestling world's talked about that tope con hilo over the top rope, walking up the ramp, and Dream just being flabbergasted by the skills of one Ricochet.
Yeah, they've told a fantastic story. Basically just Velveteen Dream saying that he can do anything Ricochet can do, and we all know that's a lie. So they're probably going to... Maybe Ricochet's going to try to do something and he just falls flat on his face.
Or maybe Ricochet's going to do something, then Velveteen actually does it.
Maybe. And then maybe Ricochet just keeps trying to do some things. So Ricochet's first big takeover match. He had the ladder match, but I mean, it's a ladder match with a bunch of people in it. He had his spots, but this is really Ricochet's biggest match of his NXT career thus far.
Yes. I go Ricochet, though.
I think I would go Ricochet as well. I think Ricochet definitely needs the win. Velveteen Dream, being a heel, can bounce back. He's kind of like Miz. He can lose. He can talk his way back. And I think Ricochet definitely needs it because maybe he's destined for big things.
Velveteen, he'll be okay.
Unless if Ricochet says some things and pisses some people off backstage. But Ricochet was hurt, missed some house shows. Triple H said he'll be fine.
All right.
So hopefully that doesn't affect him in terms of doing some flippy-doos.
That's what I like to hear. All right, the NXT Championship, Aleister Black defends against Lars Sullivan. Honestly, when I first saw Lars Sullivan, I watched very little of his work. I thought he was just some big blob guy that's there. I changed my mind after the ladder match for the North American Championship. I'm like, oh wow, this is interesting. This guy's interesting. So I mean, it's not one of the marquee matches of the night. It's not going to be one of the greatest NXT title matches ever, but it's going to be interesting to see. And I'm going Aleister Black, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a big proponent of Lars Sullivan ever since he came here for the NXT house show in San Jose a few months ago. He had a squash match. It was nothing special, but he looked great. I thought he was big. I thought he was kind of like a lighter version of Braun Strowman. He's a little thicker, so he's not like as muscular and tall. He has a knee brace, so that always kind of scares you. Maybe I don't want him to hurt his knee. But I think Lars Sullivan could be a very good heel. I do not think he's going to win the championship. Probably one of the worst NXT championship matches we've seen in a while, but I think the card overall can
make up for it.
Can carry it. I think Aleister will get the victory on this.
Yes.
Show.
All right, now probably the best match. Might be the best match of the weekend. You guys are throwing 7 stars at Okada and Omega. I might have to be throwing 7 stars at these boys. Tommaso Ciampa. He's going back to where it all started. He's facing his former buddy Johnny Gargano in a Chicago street fight.
This match should be fun, as you said, where it all started. The tag team match where they lost, and then Ciampa turns on Gargano, just sitting there, just contemplating after everything he did, and then it's great storytelling.
I think Ciampa gets the win.
I think Gargano gets the win because I think this is the blow off, and because I'm not gonna say I'm tired of the feud yet, but I think you want to quit while you're ahead. You don't want to string it out too far.
Really?
I mean, they've already had the 2 matches. Gargano's already said, like, you know, if he lost the match, like, he wouldn't be in NXT or whatever, and then he lost the NXT Championship match, and then he came back. I think it's time for both of them to move on. I think because, I mean, this, as you said, it's been going on for a year. Ciampa got hurt, tore his knee up, so that's why it's been going on for so long. I think Gargano gets the W in Chicago. Everyone goes home happy.
I think Ciampa takes it home. I do. I really do.
So now you're saying there's going to be a rubber match?
I mean, is it a rubber match? Because who won the Cruiserweight Classic match?
We don't count the Cruiserweight Classic.
Why don't you count it?
Because that's before they hated each other.
Okay, so Ciampa versus Gargano.
Gargano won that one anyway.
2. I think Ciampa takes it home. I do. I think the rubber match, the blow off, take over Brooklyn.
I don't know.
All right. What you all came for. The predictions to decide the champion and the first ever Bulletcast Mr. Money in the Bank. Are you ready?
Been ready, so I don't got to get ready.
All right. So,
I already know.
The Raw Tag Team Championship. The Deleters of Worlds, Wyatt and Hardy, going up against the B Team of Axel and Dallas on the kickoff show. Deleters of Worlds.
I'm very tempted to go with the B Team. I'm very tempted. They've been getting more television time than what the Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy have been doing. But Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt did turn heel a little bit, so I think I will go the safe route and go the Deleters of Worlds. But I'll be pulling for my boys, the B Team.
All right.
I don't want to go too far on a limb yet on the kickoff show because I feel like we're going to differ a little bit on the main show, so I'll play a little bit safe right now.
All right. The SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. The Bludgeon Brothers are going up against...
Put it down. We already know Bludgeon Brothers are going to win. Don't save your breath.
Going up against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
If you want to get the Good Brothers a chance, you can put them down there. But I'll take.
Harper.
Bludgeon Brothers for a 2,000, Alex.
Harper and Rowan. Unfortunately, my boys aren't going to get the job done. But Carl Anderson's abs, they're going to be winning that night.
And he has a hot Asian wife.
He does have a hot Asian wife. He really does. All right, the Destroyer, Bobby Lashley, is going up against the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. Bobby Lashley takes it home.
I believe he will take it home as well. I'm going to be interested to see what they do or how the crowd reacts in this circumstance because everyone knows Chicago loves Sami Zayn. Bobby Lashley a little cold. don't know if they'll turn on Bobby Lashley, but I think they might be a favorable crowd towards Sami Zayn. It's going to be interesting to see what they do there.
Yes.
But I think Lashley will get the victory.
All right. The SmackDown Live Women's Championship. The Princess of Staten Island, Carmella, defends against the Empress, Asuka. Who you got?
I want to see who you got. I'm gonna defer to you.
I mean,
because I can go either way, and I might just pick whoever you don't pick.
I mean, typical WWE booking, whoever stands tall at the end of a go-home show, they don't win. So, I mean, I think Carmella sneaks away with it. I do. I really do. I think Carmella sneaks away with this championship.
Okay. And so, I was thinking that way.
James
Ellsworth has canceled a booking in China on the same date as Money in the Bank.
Oh.
So we might get a chinless superstar might appear.
I've heard rumblings of that. A one-off.
I kind of already said it that I'll just pick whoever you don't. So I guess I got to go with Asuka. I already said what I think should happen. Asuka should just come out, annihilate Carmella in like 20 seconds, and just wipe the floor with her. Probably not going to happen.
She's not that special anymore, though. The value's gone.
Oh, jeez. But Asuka, that's all she has. She can't cut a promo. If she's not a scary, then what's the point?
Yeah. It's very true. Her and Ronda are in the same boat. Kinda, sorta.
Well, at least Ronda can speak English, but...
Oh my God. That's not her fault. She didn't decide she was going to be Japanese. Like, I didn't decide I was going to be African American. Come on, my guy. Did you decide you were going to be Portuguese?
I mean...
They're just burying Japanese people now?
I mean, I'm like 50-50, so I could go either way.
Oh my God, let's not do any of that. Okay, you have Asuka, I have Carmella. Okay. Alright, now, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Ember Moon versus the Queen, Charlotte Flair versus Little Miss Bliss versus Becky Lynch.
Give me that Becky.
Versus Natalya versus Lana versus Naomi versus the boss, Sasha Banks, baby. Who we got?
I'm surprised you're doing this late into this early into the show.
Oh, I didn't put this in any specific order.
I can tell.
I didn't put this in any specific
I'm surprised
order.
you didn't put the Money in the Bank matches at the end. I don't know exactly what the... Are they going to have this open the show? Are they going to have a ladder match to start and maybe a ladder match to end it? I feel like they will go one Raw and one SmackDown.
Honestly, I do think this ladder match happens before the Raw Women's title match. I do believe that.
So do you think it'll come into play? Because if you...
I'm going Natty.
Because if you go with Carmella, I could see some trickery being pulled of Carmella getting her comeuppance and maybe somebody cashes in on her. I mean, Becky Lynch did get the win over Charlotte, but Charlotte did get the loss, so sometimes, you always want to put someone loses and they go over strong in the end. I'm going with Charlotte.
Oh.
Charlotte's going to get the victory.
Think the title goes back to the briefcase goes back to SmackDown?
Charlotte gets the W, and I think if this match does happen before the women's title match happens, be aware that there might be a cash-in. Especially if James Ellsworth comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And, Charlotte comes out, cashes in, destroys Ellsworth and Carmella for the victory.
I can see it happening, man.
We all know Charlotte and Ronda are probably going to be wrestling at WrestleMania, so I guess that's why they'd have Asuka lose and then have Charlotte win, but then you just did have Charlotte. I already said it, so I gotta stick with it, so I'm just gonna go with Charlotte. Why not?
Alright, man. Alright, Daniel Bryan goes up against Big Cass. Big Cass wins.
My boy Daniel Bryan's gonna win. Get this match over with. Get this feud over with. So we can move on to something different.
Alright. Now, the match we've all been waiting for. I think it's the main event of Money in the Bank. The big dog, Roman Reigns, goes up against the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. I'm joking. It's not the main event, but
I'd like it to be the main event just to see what the hell happens.
No, God.
Just out of being sadistic and want to see what Chicago would give to us.
God.
CM Punk,
the CM Punk.
CM Punk, All In, Kenny Omega, The Elite, Too Sweet, whoop whoop, all that good fun stuff.
All that's gonna happen.
I think no matter what, it's gonna happen. It just depends if it's gonna be vociferous or all in good fun.
It's a $15 word there, buddy. All right, who do you got, man?
I mean, you gotta make Roman look good. It's what made me
So
shoulda win last month, because that was the deciding factors. I picked Roman Reigns because you always got to make Roman Reigns look good. But anyways, now the title is on the line. I've still got to go with my boy Roman Reigns because you always got to make him look good. And the big dog's gonna win over the modern day Maharaja.
The big dog. You're right. All right. So Roman. Does Roman really? I'm trying to think. He got a humongous win over Samoa Joe. So
Put down Jinder Mahal.
should I?
Should do it. You know, there are rumblings that we're gonna get this match again next month at Extreme Rules. So does Jinder Mahal squeak it out, and then Roman Reigns, has to get his win back? He put it down.
I did.
There
I
you
wrote
go.
it.
Easy dub for your boy.
Oh, Jesus. All right. And next up, what do we got? The Intercontinental Championship. Seth Rollins, Elias. We all know what's happening.
Seth Rollins, I think, should win. I think he's going to win. Big match for Elias. Hasn't really turned out a great match thus far. I think he can have, I don't know if he'll have a great match with Seth Rollins, but I think he can have a really good match with Seth Rollins. But, yeah, Rollins is going to pull it out. I don't know what the match quality will be. I mean, he had a great match with Miz last month. Let's see what happens with Elias.
All right. And the Raw Women's Championship. She's not like most girls. Nia Jax defends against Rowdy Ronda Rousey. They've invested a lot of time in Ronda. Quite a bit. Her getting a title match this soon. First singles match in pro wrestling. And plus, for those big appearances, they would want her to have a championship with her because of her name value.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, what's Nia going to do after this is over?
50-50 booking with everybody else.
Like I said...
I'm going with Ronda Rousey. I don't know what to do with Nia Jax. I think Ronda Rousey's going to win. She's there for the long haul. She's there basically every week. I think you can still get to Natalya and Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam if you want without having Money in the Bank in play. Natalya can pull off a couple wins. She can get a number one contendership match. And you can tell the story of them, having a friendly rivalry, and then Natalya turns on her in the end. So, I don't think you don't need Money in the Bank to tell the story. It's just an easy way to get to the story. But I think, since I already picked Charlotte to win the Money in the Bank, I'm still going to go with Ronda Rousey to win. Natalya I don't think she's going to be in the match, but I think Natalya, if Ronda does win, they will have a match in the very near future.
Alright, so you said Ronda?
Yep. UFC Hall of Famer, Ronda Rousey.
Going Ronda Rousey. I don't see what Nia can do with the championship after this. Her bullying campaign image is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the men's Money in the Bank. The Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, going up against the former leader of the Bullet Club, Finn Balor, going up against the A-lister, The Miz, Rusev, Happy Rusev Day, the glorious Bobby Roode, the prize fighter, Kevin Owens, and one member that bring the power of positivity, The New Day. Honestly, you know what I think New Day might do? Use that Freebird rule in the match. Like, let's say Big E starts it off, he gets hurt, so then Xavier jumps in for him, and then he's exhausted, and then Kofi will jump in for him. I can see something like that happening.
Okay. I don't think it's going to happen, but...
Just throw
But it is no disqualification, so technically all three of them can be in the match.
Exactly.
And then they can have whoever legally is in the match go up and grab it.
Exactly, guys. All right, but who do you think, man? Could
So
the briefcase go to Raw?
I've already said that I think it's going to go Raw SmackDown, so I've already picked a SmackDown wrestler. So now I've kind of pinned myself to pick a Raw person. I don't need to, but I'm going to stick with my guns here. I think Miz and Samoa Joe is like everyone's favorite to win. Don't think Miz will win. I think Samoa Joe might be the next likely person to win. But I think someone who is he could be really good with this gimmick, because it is always a heel gimmick, and you're going to have Charlotte win it, so she's going to be a babyface. I'm going to go with KO for the victory. He's gotten over his fear of heights. He will climb up the ladder. They're going to do something stupid with Braun Strowman to take him out of the match, and Kevin Owens sneaks his way up to the top and grabs it. Because it's, I mean, if you think about it, like, it best suits Kevin Owens' gimmick. He's like a snake. He's gonna barely get the champ. He's gonna barely get the thing. Maybe he cashes in on Brock Lesnar. Probably not. He's gonna probably cash in on Roman Reigns, because we all know Roman Reigns is gonna beat Brock Lesnar. So
Become a 2-time Universal Champion.
So yeah, I can see Kevin Owens cash. I can honestly see Kevin Owens cashing in and losing, but I can see Kevin Owens walking around with the briefcase and having some fun with it.
I'm trying to really think this out. I could see maybe a Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode is not going to win. You can bet your house on that one.
I didn't say he was going to. I could see maybe a possibility of him winning then a heel turn of sorts. But, you know, I said Miz for quite some time, but he's involved with this thing with the New Day. I might have to go Samoa Joe. Because, like, if he doesn't win this, then what else can he really do, you know?
I mean, Money in the Bank is a match to where you're going to have, 7 losers and only 1 winner. So, it's not like anybody really gets hurt by losing the match, as long as, like, it's not them almost winning and they gets pushed off the ladder and it's like, it was clear they were almost going to win and they lost.
Yeah,
there's always going to be probably some big match, big move with somebody involved, so maybe that's how Samoa Joe gets knocked out. But as I said, Samoa Joe will be my second pick to win.
I'm going to go Joe.
All right. Which means if you're right, I'm kicking myself.
All right. I don't know what that was. I apologize to the people. The WWE Championship, the top prize in the game. The phenomenal AJ Styles defends against Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. A lot of things need to happen with this match. A lot of stuff backstage needs to happen with this match.
I think AJ Styles is going to win. AJ's been talking up.
Then what happens to Nakamura? He's not a threat anymore.
I mean, but do you really want your top babyface on the brand to lose a last man standing match? Unless it's some like trickery or where he gets pinned up, like he gets pinned by a loading crate or something like The Rock.
I don't think I've ever seen a heel win a last man standing match. I can't remember. Actually, no, Edge. Judgment Day 09. Okay, but yeah, what happens to Nakamura after then?
I mean, it's June right now, so we're going to go into July, then August, which is SummerSlam. So I don't know if I don't think they're going to have a lot of rematches on SummerSlam. So maybe they might do one last match. I don't know. I don't know if we really want that.
Nah, I'm cool.
But
I'm cool.
I mean, you can have Shinsuke move on and do something with Jeff Hardy, Daniel Bryan.
Could do something with Jeff Hardy. Shinsuke Nakamura, United States champion.
Yeah, I mean, you could do something with that, but you always have Almas lurking in the weeds.
Trying to keep.
Were we supposed to have a Almas versus Sin Cara match this week? What happened? That literally just dawned on me. This is the first time I ever thought about that until now. Like, where was Almas versus Sin Cara? They built this up last week, and it didn't happen.
Maybe Almas had other things.
Maybe Sin Cara broke his finger again.
Couldn't wrestle. Oh, man. So you're going Styles?
I will go with Styles.
Yep. Just because I need my boy to keep that championship.
So, is this the main event? Because I think the men's Money in the Bank match might be the main event. But if it is what we say it is, if AJ goes over clean, wins last man standing, I can see this being the main event. So,
I don't know. I don't know what the main event will be. I'm unsure at the moment. So, you have Hardy and Wyatt. I have Hardy and Wyatt. We both have Harper and Rowan. We both have Lashley. I have Carmella. You have Asuka. I have Natty. You have Charlotte. I have Cass. You have Bryan. I have Jinder. You have Roman. We both have Rollins. We both have Ronda. I have Joe. You have KO. I have Styles. You have Styles.
So, was that 4 different matches that we differentiated on?
Yeah.
So, We can maybe tie, maybe, someone sneaks away, maybe someone pulls away.
Co-champions again?
No, we don't want that.
Yeah, I think that was the first and last time that'll ever happen with the Bulletcast title. All right, Superstar Spotlight. Has it happened yet?
I mean, I could say Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada had the best match of all time, but we're not going to say it because technically that happened last week.
True.
Even though it happened in between our two shows, but I'll stick to this. We'll stick to this week in wrestling. And if I'm gonna pick somebody, I mean, neither one of the shows were that great. But I'm gonna go Pete Dunne with the match that he had against Kyle O'Reilly on NXT TV this week. Very great match. Only 10 minutes, but it was fun. Fun time.
Me? I'll pick mine on the Money in the Bank analysis. That's where I'll pick my Superstar Spotlight.
Wow, what a cop-out.
Hey, man. What do you mean?
What a cop-out.
All right.
Say it with the chest.
I'll pick mine. Money in the Bank instant analysis.
Well,
all right.
But then technically that Sunday, I don't know.
Sunday's
next week.
No, it's not.
It goes from Sunday to Saturday.
It's this week.
No, it's not.
Once Monday rolls over, it's the next week.
No, Sunday is the start of the week.
What do you mean?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
What?
I don't know what I am talking about. Who cares? Anyways.
All right. What's your promo pick of the week there, guy?
My promo pick. I'm surprised we didn't even talk about this. This could be considered a match and a promo, but since I'm the promo pick, I'll talk about the promo. We finally had the Elite go up against the New Day yesterday, and you did not talk about this one bit. And after the fact that Kenny Omega and Austin Creed, a.k.a. Xavier Woods, put on a 5-star, 7-star classic Street Fighter V first to 5 match, Kenny Omega wins. Xavier Woods has to eat a pepper. Well, the whole New Day has to eat a pepper, but Xavier Woods falling on the sword for his boys eats all 3 peppers, but then Kenny says, whatever you can do, I can do better, and he eats one of his own, and then everyone hugs, and everyone's a big, happy family. Go and watch the live stream on Up, Up, Down, Down. It was a fun time.
You go watch that live stream.
And I'm pretty sure it'll be on Being the Elite this week.
It most likely will.
Because Nick had the phone at recording everything.
He was filming it. You gotta do it. You gotta make that happen. All right, my closing match pick of the week. It's a match that's gonna stand the test of time. CM Punk versus John Cena, WWE Championship, Money in the Bank 2011. For so many reasons why it was in Chicago. Punk's from Chicago. The roof came unglued when he...
This Money in the Bank's in Chicago.
This Money in the Bank's in Chicago. See, it's all tying together, guys. His fight last week was in Chicago. It's all coming together. The place came unglued when he won. Vince tried to get Del Rio out there to cash in. Punk kicks him in the head, sits on the barricade, blows a kiss at him, and runs out with that world championship. Amazing, amazing stuff.
And then we're just going to ignore what happened after all that.
Oh.
We're just going to ignore everything else that happened, Triple H and Kevin Nash, and who really made that phone call. We'll never know.
Yes. The text from CM Punk's sister, Kevin Nash, I thought he was dead. LOL. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so some news about the Money in the Bank and the championship. Somebody has dropped out of the runnings for this, so there are some options that we could do. All right, you want to hear these options?
You just give it to me right now. I like that one.
I mean, option A, this isn't on the line and we all go for that.
Nope.
Option B, everybody goes for both.
Sure, why not?
Or option C, I'm a fan of option C. Shout out Impact Wrestling. I vacate this, and I'm just in the running for that.
And then I get this?
Nah, but I don't like that.
I
so
like option C.
Here's what I'll do. I'll do this option C. I'll be in the running for both. I'll do that.
Wow. So what? You're gonna cash it on yourself?
Of course.
Because that makes total sense.
Of course.
I mean, I know in New Japan, the IWGP champion sometimes might be in the G1, like Okada last year, or the Super Juniors might, the junior champion might be in it. But this makes no sense. Why would you have a chance? Because technically, that's not even for a championship. He can challenge somebody else. Like, come on.
Come on?
That's a cop-out answer. I mean, how many people are even running for that thing?
I got about 4 or 5 people in there.
All right, then. You and me, the big dogs, go for the big championship, while all the schmucks go for the briefcase.
Jesus!
All right?
All the schmucks?
Yeah.
Why are you calling these people schmucks, man?
Because. Because I'm a superstar. Because I'm on the podcast every week, except for 2 weeks. So 70 of these episodes count. So congratulations on making 70 shows.
Look, man, they all count. All right,
First one definitely didn't count because that one was hot garbage.
What do you mean?
I wasn't even thought of yet to be on the show.
I don't even remember what the first one was. I'm gonna be honest with you.
There was like 30 minutes of dead air for some reason.
Prove it.
I can't prove it because you deleted it.
What do you mean? I have the first episode.
All right then.
I'm not gonna upload it now. It wouldn't be in the order. It wouldn't be correct. I mean, but like I said, I mean, with this whole thing. So, do you want to do option C?
No, we go for that, and then the schmucks
How
go
about
for that.
the original version of option C? Want me to just vacate this?
Sure, and then I get it, and then it's
Why
my
would you
turn.
just get it?
Because you vacated it.
Oh,
and
that doesn't mean you just get the championship.
That's exactly how it
No,
goes.
you have to get the predictions right.
Yeah.
You and Mitchell.
Mitchell's not even here. Why does Mitchell even get it? I'm just gonna be like CM Punk. I'm gonna win it, and I'm not even gonna be at the Fallout show. I'm already telling you that right now. So I'm gonna win it, and I'm gonna just run out of the arena and take it.
What are you just taking my championship for?
Yep, I'm taking it.
What do you mean?
I win.
You didn't win anything.
Yep.
Nothing happened.
Too late.
What do you mean? What is going on? All right, ladies and gentlemen, my title has been hijacked for some oblivious reason. He's walking back in. He's playing it like a guitar.
Oh yeah!
Like what's going on? He smacked the mic, Jesus. So, I mean, what are you doing?
Oh yeah!
What are you doing?
Oh yeah!
What's going on? All right, ladies and gentlemen, please follow us on Twitter at BulletCast, Instagram the BulletCast. Don't do that. Don't put it in your pants.
Okay, sorry.
Instagram is the BulletCast.
Sorry.
Instagram is the BulletCast. The YouTube channel is the BulletCast. 99.9 FM. KW in Watsonville. God, this man just tried to.
Go Cristiano Ronaldo. I know the shirt's a little tight. My nipples are hard as hell though.
This man tried to run away with my championship. Jesus. All right. I'm not walking away empty-handed from Money in the Bank. All right.
Okay.
I'm in the running for both of them. I don't care. I don't care. I will not walk away empty-handed. I'll cry. All right. You want to close the show? Whatever's left of it.
Bye guys. Go Portugal. Even though we tied, we came back. Even though we should have won, but the second half just was not very good. We came back. Free kick from Ronaldo. He scores it. Puts it top right. Curves. Knuckles. It was beautiful. Definitely going on.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.